So, grief mode on Black Ops 6. A game mode that can either make you cry or make you sad. Me personally, it gives me hives. So besides all the bullshit, let's get right the fuck into it. So my biggest problem right now with the game is the melee weapons. The stuff that makes your character stun locked and the melee flinch is ridiculous. Remove it. Chances are, if you use the Cali sticks, the nunchucks, the size, or the power drill, chances are you are your parents' least favorite child, or at least one of them. I don't know. Now, as for gobblegums, there's a bunch of shit that I'd like to get removed, or gums you shouldn't be able to use in grief because of the advantage it gives you, or the stupid shit that it gives you and your team early on that you really don't need in a game mode that rewards you for basically being garbage no matter what you do. But luckily, Treyarch made a thing on Twitter saying that they would address these certain things. My biggest concern right now, and my biggest want, is get rid of the melee lynch. Get rid of the melee flinch and the melee stun lock. It's retarded and it needs to get removed from the game. It's unfair. You can't move, and anyone that abuses it likely has problems with their parents. I can assume so. If you're assholes like this, then you're probably one of the reasons why no one likes to play the game. So here's the blog post on Twitter. It says here, Treyarch is stating the melee spam. Me personally, I just want melee weapons to not be taken out, but not be so overpowered early on or later in game, if you know what I mean. And by my definition, what I want them to do with melee weapons, and a good solution I think would be, is to make it so you can't get stun locked into corners, you can't get spammed as fast, and most importantly, it shouldn't lock your screen and shake it as much as it should when some asshole has melee macchiato spamming your fucking screen constantly with Cali sticks. As for the second part of the blog post, it states here about the length of the game and field upgrades. Me personally, I believe the length of the game should only be an hour long because in some cases I've gone to a game where the game lasted till round 67, so that should tell you enough of already what I think they should do. Now, as for field upgrades, me personally, don't change the field upgrades, leave them all in. However, the one, and well, I should say two field upgrades I have problems with, and that is Ether Shroud and Frost Blast. My biggest problem with Ether Shroud is the assholes that have to spam melee weapons and shit because they'll back you into corners like fucking pussies, and then when they're about to die, they'll just pop Ether Shroud and shit and keep melee spamming you to try and down you and shit. Then they'll spam their little mutant fish hand fucking thumbs at you to try and teabag you after you die. So me personally, I think that's my biggest concern with Ether Shroud. And my one problem with Frost Blast, it just freezes you. That's it. The other thing it talks about is the craftables and the salvage. I personally think that the challenge would need to get quick kills or shit like that with the equipment or where the fuck it says. I think that challenge shouldn't come down to you need a fucking chopper gunner or a war machine to outdo the enemy team. I feel like those should be restricted in those challenges. Like, you can't use war machines or chopper gunners or Casimirs, I believe. That'd be a good solution to that, in my opinion. Now, as for the salvage and shit like that, me personally, put the salvage back down to 50 like it is in every other game mode. I think that's a good solution. But now that I think about it, though, giving you 100 salvage is kind of ridiculous considering that this game rewards you if you're bad and this game rewards you if you're good. So, either way, put it back down to 50 at a mutual ground. I think everyone can agree on that. It'd work perfectly fine if you ask me, if it was in grief. Now, as for the gobblegums and stuff like that, my biggest problem with the gobblegums is mostly the ones that have to spam them early game, or, in my opinion, the assholes that are so fucking garbage they need to be set up as early as possible in round 1 because they're too fucking garbage to actually play the game right. And those gobblegums, in my opinion, would consist of insta-kills, shields up, arsenal accelerators, double points, support group, profit sharing, on the house, Phoenix up, Pergaholic, hidden power, and raindrops. I almost forgot one thing too. They also addressed the weapon carousel problem. Either take that out or make it so you don't lose both your weapons. You just lose the weapon that's in your hand. I think that'd be a better solution than just losing your weapon or being scared of this fucking challenge all the time because I hate losing my weapon. Who the fuck wouldn't, right? So, me personally, I would like to see weapon carousel not be a scary challenge and it only loses the weapon that's in your hand and not both of them that are in your inventory. But overall, though, I think Black Ops 6 as a whole, this game rewards dog shit players no matter what, and I played very, very many games that reward bad players. But I don't think nothing compared to this game that rewards people that are bad at zombies. Because in all retrospect, zombies is not that difficult. If you're going down in early rounds, you are the one to blame, not the game. It's not that hard to learn. But besides ripping on bad players, here's how to fix grief, in my opinion. Number 1, remove the melee spam and flinch and the stun lock. Number 2, get rid of overpowered gobblegums until like round 20. Number 3, make games last up to only an hour and an hour only. Number 4, make it so salvage only picks up to 50 and you don't need a chopper gunner or a war machine early on to win challenges. Number 5, make it so weapon carousel makes it so you lose the weapon in your hand and not both your weapons. Number 6, make it so with field upgrades, Ether Shroud isn't a scapegoat when you're stun locking some asshole in a corner because you're garbage. That's it for the video. Hopefully it wasn't as disappointing as any other thing you've ever seen in life or woken up to. Later.